Hey guys, so sorry I couldn't be there today. We're going to go ahead and take some notes in your math journal anyway, so you don't miss out on the fun. Go ahead and make sure that at the top of the left side of your paper, you have written 5-3, division models. So I want you to go ahead and take a deep breath. This lesson can be confusing if you make it confusing. So the first thing we're going to look at is we're going to look at an area model. Let's say we're doing 17 times 15. Some of you like to call it the box method, right? And we were to draw a box like this. Okay. And you're going to split your box up into 4 parts. And we would divide 17 into 10 and 7, and 15 into 10 and 5. And then you would fill in all of those boxes. 10 times 10 is 100. 10 times 7 is 70. 10 times 5 is 50. And 5 times 7 is 35. And when we added all of those boxes, we would get our product. And I've heard a lot of you refer to this as the box method. So when we're working with division models, we're actually still using those boxes. So right now, what I'd like for you to do is write the following problem. 360 divided by 20 equals something. So the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to rewrite this problem as a multiplication problem. So step 1 is to rewrite as a multiplication problem. We talked a lot in lesson 5-1 about how division and multiplication are inverse operations. They undo each other. So the opposite of dividing 360 divided by 20 would be 20 times something equals 360. So the second part of using a model is we're going to set up the model. So I want you to go ahead and draw another box. And when we were using the box method for multiplication, we knew that this side times this side gave us our product. We're going to be using the same exact thing. However, we're going to say 20 times something will give us our answer of 360. So 20 times something will give us our answer of 360. So divide your box in half. That's right, we're going to find what this missing side is. We need to figure out how many tens, how many ones. Ready? How many tens can we multiply 20 by to get 360? 20 times what will get us close to 360? Well, I know 20 times 10 is 200, and 20 times 20 is 400. 400 is too big. So the closest I can get to 360 is 20 times 10. 20 times 10 is 200. So we'll write 200 underneath and subtract. 360 minus 200 is 160. Now we need to figure out how many ones. What is the digit that's going to be in the ones place? So we have 160 left. And you think to yourself, 20 times what will get me 160? Well, we learned in topic 3 how to multiply multiples of 10. So 2 times what will get me 16? Well, 2 times 8. So 20 times 8 is 160. Therefore, 20 times 10 plus 8, which is 18, will give me 360. Let's go ahead and finish up our notes. So after we set up the model, you had to solve the tens. That's where we wrote 20 times 10. And we found that the closest we could get to 360 was 200. So 360 minus 200 was 160. That's what led us to step 4. Solve the ones. 20 times what will get me close to 160? 160 times 8. And the last step, check our work. How can we possibly check our work? You guessed it, we're going to use the inverse operation. 20 times 18 equals, let's see. $360. Therefore, 360 divided by 20 equals 18. Basically, using models to divide is like using a model to multiply. Instead of knowing your two sides, you know one of your sides and you know what your final product would be. And we're working backwards because multiplication and division are inverse operations. Let's go ahead over to guided practice and do our guided practice together. Following our steps, we are going to do 154 divided by 11. Step 1, we need to rewrite this as a multiplication problem. So this turns into 11 times what equals 154? Let's draw our model. Draw your box. And we know this side, 11 times something is going to give us 154. Let's think to ourselves, ready? 11, because this is your tens place. So whatever digit here would be 10, 20, 30, 40. But 11 times 10, which is 110. 11 times 20 would be 220. That's too far over. 220 is larger than 154, so it's going to be 11 times 10. 11 times 10 is 110. Subtract. And now we have to figure out how many ones. So you'll write this number over here in this box and think to yourself, 11 times what will give me 44? 11 times 4 will give me 44. Subtract. So 10 plus 4 is 14. Therefore, 11 times 14 is 154. 154 divided by 11 is 14. Let's try another one. I'm going to write the problem, and if the teacher could pause it to allow you to try it by yourself for a minute, and then we'll check it together. The problem is 156 divided by 12. Step 1, we got to rewrite it. So I'll do that step with you. 12 times something equals 156. Now I'm even going to draw the model with you. We know one number is 12. 12 times something will give us 156. Go ahead and pause it and let them work it out. All right, here we go. 12 times 10 would be 120. 12 times 20 would be 240. That would be too big. So we know that 12 times 10 is 120. Subtract. That 36 is now going to be written over here. 12 times what is 36? You should have said 3. 10 plus 3 is 13. And we can check our work by figuring out, is 12 times 13 156? 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. Add it on up. Boom. 12 times 13 is 156. So 156 divided by 12 is 13. Make sure that when you are doing your seat work today, you are looking at your notes. This is one way to divide larger numbers. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. Please model how we do math workshop in this room. Make me proud.